Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Patrick and I'll be your IELTS speaking interviewer this afternoon. May I have your name?
My name is Phan Hương Giang.
Okay, nice to meet you, Giang. Today is August the 30th. And let me clarify, did I spell it correctly? Huonggiang.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your family.
My family is a nuclear family. I there is my parents and me and my little brother. My mother is a teacher and my father is a cooker, and I so admire them.
Now, tell me more about your school.
Now I'm learning in Trần Phú High School. It's a beautiful and big school. I live in that. I love that, and when I was in ninth grade, I tried my best to learn to this school. And my teacher is so kind and helpful.
Very good. Tell me more about your hobbies.
My hobby maybe is watching film. I like action film and or comedy film is my hobby. I see film all the time when I have free time, especially in the evening when I don't have to go to school.
Very good. Now let's talk about personal qualities. What do you think is the best personal quality that you possess?
For me, is the kind, because my mother is a kind person and she always help people if they need. When I remember when I was a child, my neighbor is have an accident and she break her leg. My mother is go to her house and call the hospital, and because this neighborhood just live alone in his house, so my mother cooked to bring food to him.
It's very kind. Do you have the same personal qualities as your parents?
Yes, of course, I really admire my mother, and I try to learn this my mom. I try to help people in my school or in the street, like old people or poor people.
What personal qualities are important to you in a friend?
I think it's patient, because we are students and we need patience to learn, and I practice some skill like teamwork skill, and I think it's very useful for them to play or learn.
Okay. For the last question of part 1, do you think you have the personal qualities to be a good or successful leader?
Maybe I think it's yes, because I have manager skill. I can understand people, and I put myself in the. I also think about the emotion and try to think about the mistake, and sometimes I help them.
Now, let's proceed to part 2. You may use this pen and a sheet of paper. Plan and strategize your speech. You have 1 minute to do so, and afterwards, please speak for at least 2 minutes.
Okay.
Your question is, Describe a time when you had a long discussion about a news story. Please begin. That is the end of preparation time. Okay, let's put down the pen. You may refer to your notes and the question while speaking. Please start.
The time when I had a long discussion about a new story is the last year when I have a bad experience about shopping online. Me and my friends spend money to buy cheap clothes in the TikTok, and they imagine what is the see beautiful or how they beautiful where they wear it, and me and her, I and she and me think is we could wear it to the Jan party, and I so exciting when I bought it, but the bad news when it go to my house, I opened this clothes and oh my god, I think it's so terrible because the color of the shirt are wrong, and I don't think it's fit with my body. I and my friend feel so bad, and fortunately I can keep the clothes always back the shop, and I think it's a bad experience, but my friends told me is a useful experience because we can know and learn to check the quality of the goods to buy.
Okay. All right. Well done. You were able to reach 2 minutes for your speech. Let's move on to part 2. This is part 3. Let's talk more about the news. Number 1, how do most people find out about the news in your country?
In my country, almost people see the news and they focus on the daily life news, like the accident, like economy or the weather, and I think they focus on it because it's the normal life and it's more popular.
Okay. Are people more interested in local news than national news?
In my opinion, people is focused on the local news because it's happen around them and they can see it every day. They can feel it and they can see it, and it's important. Sometimes it has some traffic accident, people feel so stressed and so really worried about this accident, and they sometimes they don't worry about the news of the world or all country because it's too large and they can see it.
Correct. And finally, how important is it to know about international news?
I think international news is really important for people because international news is about economy, weather, sometimes is a storm, disaster, or sometimes illness. If they know the international news, they can know what they need to do to avoid the bad thing, and they can raise their knowledge about the world.
Okay, well done. That is the end of your speaking test. All right. Your responses are well thought of and very coherent. Parts 1, 2, and parts 1 and 3, well done. You answered all the questions directly and coherently. However, an issue arose in part 2. The question is, what news story was about? Okay, was it about? What was the news story that you had a long discussion with? So your speech was more on your experience of a shopping mistake, an online shopping mistake, right? Well, you can. There is a way for you to use that speech by making that story a news with someone else. So you can share it with your mom or your dad or anyone else about that situation, okay? Or your friend, all right? However, it's not gonna be as strong as you want. So I recommend you can talk about anything else, like I know that Transfu High School has a new campus, so that's a news story, local news, or the national holiday is incoming. That's a news. It's the 80th anniversary, right? So something like that, or anything else that is newsworthy that we normally read in the newspaper or watch on the news, something like that. Okay, but all in all, well done, Hương. Some grammar slips though that we can improve on. You want to say, for me, it is kindness. Yes. My mother went to her house. Okay, at first you said her and then it became he, so I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman. What's the neighbor, man or woman?
It's a man.
Okay, so my mother went to his house. Okay, my mother went to his house. We need patience. All right, now is kindness, need patience. And say some skills, plural. All right, all in all though, questions 1 to 4, well done. For part 2, I am so excited. I'm so excited to receive the package, the parcel. The color of the shirt is wrong. And pronunciation, please read again.
Fortunately.
Yes, that's correct now. Fortunately, and
Experience.
Yes, long E sound. One more time.
Experience.
Yes, okay. Here, if you use this noun, it needs all. You want to say almost all people, or most people.
Okay.
All right, most people or almost all people. So you need all. People are focused. Okay, people are focused. Good point, right? People are more focused on the local news than the national or foreign, international. And please read.
Large.
Large. And
To avoid.
so this is correct. To avoid the bad thing, it should be plural. You want to say to avoid the bad things. But remember, in the IELTS, you don't want to use the word bad or good. You want to be specific. So let's say to avoid the big issue or the big problem like the pandemic, or what else are big problems, or typhoons or the like. All right?
Okay.
Finally, I'm going to give you a score of 5.5. I'm being generous. Okay?